what are the pros and cons of being pioneers to a new development, a new community? This is a really good question because there are some risks associated with being the first to a community, and there are some rewards. So that's what I'm going to talk to you about today. I'm here in one of the model homes at a new community called Silverleaf here in St. John's, Florida. It's really amazing. But as you look out across the streetscape, it's a lot of dirt. And today's windy, there's dust flying and there's construction debris, and it's very empty. But if you fast forward 6 months from now, it'll be a hustling, bustling little community with families and kids running around and school buses coming through, and you'll never know that it was this desert of dust right now. So if this is our first time hanging out, by the way, I'm JoshRogers. I'm a local real estate agent here of 15 years, tons of experience, and the biggest difference between my YouTube videos and maybe others that you stumble across is I actually worked for a new construction developer for 7 years. I worked as the on-site agent selling model homes just like this. So I have a lot of knowledge and experience of how things work behind the curtains, and I can help give you that advice and those tips and that special service having worked for the builder. It's such a unique experience. So anyway, what are the risks? The risks of being the first to a neighborhood is you have no idea how it's going to end up. You know, these builders and the developers have this idea and a really great track record of building these communities and telling you what you can expect and what it will be like, but there's no guarantee. Oftentimes, there's the idea of future commercial and future retail and future schools and future parks, but there's no guarantee. So when you are a pioneer, you are taking a risk and buying and signing on the dotted line, hoping that what has been told to you will actually come to fruition. Here's an example of when this risk actually went sideways with a group of families. In another community not too far from here, there was this projection that there would be a future retail boutique-ish type of space in a particular community, that it's going to be a walkable kind of like a shoppy kind of village in the neighborhood, okay? So you can go get some ice cream, you can go get some coffee, and this would be in walking distance to this new construction area. All of a sudden, after a percentage of the families have put down deposits, and are actually living there, the developer scratched the whole retail idea and decided to put in apartments. Okay, to say that this was a tough blow to the families that already bought in there is an understatement. And you can see how that would really sting. I mean, it changes the entire feel and outcome of the community from what you thought was going to be walkable coffee and ice cream turned into apartment complexes. Let alone all the renters in that apartment complex now have access to the amenity center that you're so proud of. That's a real life example that just recently happened to a new community with pioneers in it. Now on the flip side, and then the other, say, negative downside is dealing with all the construction, right? So that's going to be a lot of construction workers, construction traffic, dealing with the construction trash, and the construction noise, okay? That's what pioneers have to put up with. Now, is it worth it? What are the rewards of being a pioneer? First off, in my opinion, being able to choose the best lots, the most highly sought after home site in the community. Oftentimes the pioneers get access to the best lot. And when you're looking at a new construction community like this, the biggest differentiator from the same floor plan is the lot that it's on. So as I was just driving through this neighborhood, you can see the cul-de-sac lots are already scooped up by a lot of the pioneers. Hands down, in my opinion, one of the best rewards. The other reward is pre-construction pricing. So oftentimes the builders will lead with some of the best pricing to get a feel for where the market is at and where buyers are at. And they will give pre-construction pricing at a lower rate just to get some activity and get some momentum. And then once the concept is proven that this is a desirable community and families want to be here, that's when they'll start raising the prices. And just last week, there was a $10,000 price adjustment up. And so I think that's the thing that you have to weigh. Are the risks worth the rewards? And I think there's two things to look at. First, you want to work with a professional like my team to get some outside perspective. So we're not trying to sell you on a particular community. We're helping you navigate the process and also avoid any blind spots that you may be missing and questions that you may not be asking. And then also look at the track record of the actual developer. So the developer here, the Hudson Group, they built Oakleaf Plantation, which has turned out to be an amazing community. So they have a great track record. Versus this other developer of this other community I was talking about, they're new to the area. Not much of a track record here in Northeast Florida. So hope this perspective gives you some insight and some tips. If you have any questions, hit me up. My contact info is right below. And then also, if you haven't been part of silverleafvip.com, where you get the latest lot announcements and lot releases so you can get the best ones, definitely go there. That's going to be our VIP club that gets all the inside scoop so you're not left out and the last one to find out. I appreciate you. I'll see you guys on the next video.